Welcome to Sustainability with Shreya. Today's guest is someone you've all seen unknowingly behind your favorite products, a rabbit who's lived in the world of cosmetics testing. Please welcome Roxy.
Hey Shreya, thanks for inviting me. Honestly, I'm surprised. Humans usually see me in ads, not as someone with a story to tell.
Roxy, let's jump right in. We humans love our deodorants, mascaras, creams, and lipsticks. But what's life like for rabbits in the beauty industry?
Oh, it's glamorous. If by glamorous you mean living in a tiny metal prison while scientists treat me like a science experiment gone wrong, ever wondered what it's like to have chemicals dripped into your eyeballs while being strapped down like an unwilling sparkline? No? Well, I live that reality every single day. No running, no digging, no Netflix and carrot chill. Just pain and bald patches from all the forced shaving. And the worst part? There are plenty of modern alternatives, but some companies just can't let go of their vintage torture methods. Yes, it's hard to move on when being cheap comes with huge profit margins, even if it means we rabbits pay for it with our lives.
Cheap but not necessary. What do you have to say to humans that say animal testing is unavoidable?
I tell them to upgrade the calendar. Because it's not 1950 anymore. If animal testing was unavoidable, how do you explain the 40 plus countries that have banned it? Science has evolved, but some companies act like they're still using stone tablets for research. There are over 50 modern alternatives that don't involve torturing rabbits. Lab grown human skin, AI modeling, and other advanced tests that are actually more accurate. So, no, they're not choosing safety. They're choosing laziness and cost cutting.
What would you ask people who buy animal tested products?
I'd like to ask them this. Would you still love that mascara if you had to wear it the way I do? Because trust me, it doesn't feel like a luxury beauty experience when it's burning your eyes shut. Every time someone buys an animal tested product, they're basically saying, yeah, I'm okay with this. But here's the thing, consumers hold the power. If you stop buying, they stop testing. It's really that simple. So maybe check for that bunny logo before you check out.
I sometimes hear that animal testing is rare and is only used for medical purposes. Is that true?
I wish. But no, that's just a lie told by companies to make people feel better. Over 100 million animals, dogs, cats, guinea pigs, even monkeys are experimented on every year. And while some assume it's for life-saving medicine, millions of us are suffering for lip gloss and toilet cleaner. Yes, really. Even in places where cosmetic testing is banned, companies find sneaky loopholes to keep it going. So no, it's not rare. It's just well hidden. Like your missing sock, but way worse.
Roxy, what if the testing is painless and humane? Is that possible?
Ah, yes. The Painless and Humane fairy tale. Let me tell you what actually happens. We're strapped down so that we can't move, and chemicals are dripped onto our eyes. The burning starts immediately, but we can't drink it away. Our eyes swell shut, we go blind, and many of us don't make it. That's called the Draize eye test, one of the most common practices in the industry. Some rabbits go through this for weeks. Their wounds never healing before another test begins. Their bodies weaken, they fall thin, pushed to the limit, and barely clinging to life. No matter how fragile or broken they become, the experiments don't stop, and when they're no longer needed, they're killed. Painless? Humane? No. It's a horror show.
I've sometimes heard people say that rabbits are well cared for during the process and that one rabbit can be used for multiple tests. Is that true?
Well cared for would mean space to move with fresh food, freedom to explore, and the right to live without suffering. Instead, we're locked in tiny cages, barely able to stretch our legs. And yes, we're used for multiple tests, but only the ones who survive the first round. It's like Squid Game, except no one wins, and the only prize is more torture. One of the most horrific tests, the LD50, force feeds us chemicals until half of us die from poisoning. The survivors are tested on again until their bodies finally give out.
What's the difference between cruelty-free and vegan, and how do I know the product that I'm buying is not tested on animals?
Cruelty-free means the product was not tested on animals. Vegan means the product contains no animal-derived ingredients like beeswax or cow's milk. A product can be one without the other, so check both. Some brands claim to be against animal testing but still sell in countries where testing is required by law. That's like saying, I'm against murder, but only on weekends. So don't take their word for it. Look for trusted certifications like Leaping Bunny or PETA's cruelty-free list. If a brand isn't certified, do some detective work. Check their website, ask them directly, or put your online stocking caps and get to the truth. The more informed you are, the better choices you can make.
People believe that small-scale or boutique brands do not test on animals. Is that true?
Not necessarily. Just because a brand is small and fancy doesn't mean that they're ethical. Some source ingredients from larger suppliers that do test on animals. It's like saying, hey, I don't steal, but my cousin does. I just buy stuff from him. Transparency is key. If a brand gets defensive when you ask, that's your cue to run. The more you know, the easier it is to support brands that align with your values.
I've also heard that testing on animals prevents harm to humans. What would you like to say about that?
Oh, absolutely. Because rabbits and humans are so alike. Except, wait, we're not. 90% of drugs and chemicals that pass animal tests fail in human trials. Why? Because testing on a rabbit reveals almost as much about human safety as testing on a pineapple. If it doesn't even work for you, why are we still being tortured for it?
What about products that are labeled as natural or organic? Do they also involve animal testing?
Natural and organic just mean what's in the product, not how it was made. A shampoo could be made of organic lavender and still be tested on me. Companies love greenwashing. Throw a few leaves on the label and voila, everyone thinks they're ethical.
I understand, Roxy, but people might say that cruelty-free products are hard or expensive to find.
Expensive compared to what? Torture? Today, cruelty-free brands exist at every price point. You just need to know where to look. If you need help, there are apps like Bunny Free and Cruelty Cutter that let you scan barcodes to find out if that product is tested on animals. And for brands, check out companies like Elf, The Body Shop, Lush, etc. If you can Google what to watch on Netflix this weekend, you can definitely find a cruelty-free moisturizer.
What's one message you'd like to give to humans?
You have power. Every time you buy a product, you're casting a vote. If you keep buying from brands that test on animals, they'll just keep doing it. But if you stop, they'll be forced to change. So please choose cruelty-free. It's 2025, not the medieval times. No one needs to suffer for your eyeshadow. And if you ever need a reminder of why, just picture me, a little rabbit in a lab, wondering if today's the day I don't make it.
Thank you for being here on the show today, and thank you for your courage. And I really hope we put an end to this excruciatingly painful but unnecessary process. Thank you, Roxy.
Thank you for listening, Shreya. But humanity isn't measured by words alone. It's also about the kindness you choose. And every choice, every act driven by consciousness creates a better, beautiful world. Hi there! You've made it this far, which means you care. And that means everything to animals like me. So what now? How do you actually make a difference? The good news is, it's easier than you think. Here's a simple step-by-step guide to switch to a cruelty-free lifestyle and be part of the movement that's ending animal testing for good. Step 1. Check the labels before you buy. The fastest way to stop supporting animal testing is to stop funding it. Look for trusted cruelty-free certification labels like Leaping Bunny, PETA's bunny symbol, and choose cruelty-free. If a product doesn't have a certification, don't assume it's safe. It could still be tested on animals. Step 2. Replace one product at a time. You don't need to throw everything away. Just start replacing products as you run out. When your mascara, shampoo, or deodorant finishes, swap it for a cruelty-free alternative. This way, you prevent waste while also making sure that you move towards a compassionate lifestyle. Step 3. Support brands that do better. Every purchase you make is a vote for the kind of world you want. Choose brands that not only avoid animal testing but also push for laws that panic completely. Follow and engage with ethical beauty brands on social media. They notice when consumers care. Want to take it further? Write to companies that still test on animals, asking them to go cruelty-free. Consumer pressure works. Step 4. Avoid hidden animal testing. Animal testing isn't just in makeup. It's in cleaning products, toothpaste, and even some medicines. Switch to cruelty-free household cleaning brands. Check resources like Cruelty-Free International's list of approved brands, PETA's Global Cruelty-Free Directory, and Leaping Bunny's website for up-to-date certified products. Step 5. Spread the word. The more people know, the faster things change. Share cruelty-free products you love on social media. Talk to friends and family about switching. It's easier when people around you are making the change too. Sign petitions supporting bans on animal testing and send messages to policymakers. Here are a few places where you can take action. Want to learn more? Here are some places to start. This isn't just about animals like me. It's about building a world where kindness is the standard. The more people choose cruelty-free, the sooner we can end this forever. And that's a future worth fighting for. Thanks for listening to me today on Sustainable Tea with Shreya. Here's to a better future.